Dear students, let us begin with the second part of the lesson on India and BIMSTEC, in which we will discuss about India's role in BIMSTEC. BIMSTEC connects Southeast Asia and South Asia. Its members are either members of ASEAN or SAARC. BIMSTEC has the potential to fulfill India's objectives in many dimensions. India's own lookist or actist policy, strengthening bilateral relations between the member countries, the development of Northeast India, strengthening relations with Southeast Asian countries, countering China's aggressive policy in Indian Ocean, enhancing its profile. India's role in SAARC has limited its interaction with neighbors in ASEAN and other regional powers such as China, Japan and South Korea. On the other hand, India's increasing engagement with Southeast Asian economies reduced India's interest in the SAARC. Further, China's influence in the region is a major factor determining India's engagement with ASEAN and in particular with Myanmar. While addressing the 18th SAARC summit in Kathmandu in November 2014, Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi emphasized that there is a new awakening in South Asia, a new recognition of interlinked destinies, a new belief in shared opportunities. He stated that these opportunities must be realized through SAARC or outside it and among us all or some of us. His statement has indicated that India could search for groupings outside the SAARC. Consequently, India was involved in the inception of BIMSTEC's activities. India could play a role in enhancing activities across multiple identified sectors as well as in improving growth and connectivity, all of which are part of India's foreign policy. India seeks connectivity in the region, interactivity between the Northeast and the rest of India and links with the base neighbors. Through BIMSTEC, India could improve trade with Myanmar and Thailand and get an opportunity to counter China's dominance in the region. Myanmar holds significance to India because it shares boundaries with the northeastern Indian states, parts of Bangladesh and China. The northeastern states of India shares a 1,643 kilometers long border with Myanmar. In other words, India shares border with ASEAN since Myanmar is a member of ASEAN. Mountain economies like Nepal, Bhutan and Northeast India and the ocean-based blue economy in the Bay of Bengal and the Indian Ocean can be further strengthened. India's regional connectivity goes through sub-regional and multilateral initiatives with other BIMSTEC members. This includes the Bangladesh, Bhutan, India, Nepal initiative, which was formalized in 2013 as a quadrilateral joint working group. Far from being a new creation focused merely on isolating Pakistan, this policy of regionalism dates back to 1997 when New Delhi, Dhaka, Kathmandu and Thimphu created the South Asia Growth Quadrangle Initiative to spur economic development in the subcontinent. India has been involved in BIMSTEC to enhance the physical connectivity of India's northeastern region with other member countries. The India-Myanmar-Thailand trilateral highway will minimize travel time across borders and will open up cross-border opportunities for trade and investment. However, trilateral highway project is yet to be completed. The project involves the replacement of 69 old bridges between Tammu and Kalewa and the construction of roads between Kalewa and Yargi in Myanmar. India has proposed to extend the project to Laos, Vietnam and Cambodia. Additionally, the Kaladan multimodal transport project, which connects the road from Myanmar to Mizoram as part of the Kaladan project, needs to be completed. Connectivity with Southeast Asian markets is important for the development of India's eastern coastal states the northeastern region and the Indian economy. By fostering transnational connectivity around the region, in particular with Bangladesh, Myanmar and Thailand, Indian policy makers expect that the country's exports will pick up, more investments will flow in, and regional integration will serve as a positive springboard for greater global economic interdependency. The Mekong-Ganga Cooperation is a sub-regional organization with considerable potential for cooperation in the field of education, culture, communication, tourism and transport. This organization brings together India with ASEAN, especially with Myanmar, Thailand, Cambodia, Laos and Vietnam. The MGC is a valuable framework that India could use to build ties with ASEAN countries that are geographically and culturally closer to India. The important ongoing and potential infrastructure projects in this regard are the More-Tamu Kalewa Road, the Indian Myanmar Thailand Trilateral Highway, the Trans-Asian Highway, the India Myanmar rail linkages, the Kaladan multimodal project, the Stillwell Road, Myanmar India Bangladesh gas and or oil pipeline, the Tamanti hydroelectricity project and the optical fiber network between Northeast India and Southeast Asia. India and Myanmar are involved in implementing the Kaladan project, which would revive the post of Sitwe on the northern coast of Myanmar and link it by road and river to Mizoram. In February 2001, India and Myanmar opened a 160 kilometer highway linking the northeastern Indian border town of More in Manipur with the Kalewa along the Chidwin River in Myanmar. Myanmar is important for India from a strategic and security perspective, as the former is the land bridge between India and ASEAN. Furthermore, friendly relations with Myanmar are crucial for the peace and development of India's northeastern states. India is building transport corridors in the region. These include the Trilateral Highway project involving Myanmar and Thailand and the proposed rail link between New Delhi and Hanoi. In other words, India is bridging the gap between Southeast Asia and South Asia. Once these projects are completed, they will act as a gateway for the northeastern states of India to the outside of the country. Besides, these projects would facilitate improvement of trade, investment and people-to-people contacts between India and Myanmar. Once these projects are completed, trade would be enhanced. It is expected that around 43 to 59 billion US dollars trade could be created under the BIMSTEC FTA. Unlike SAARC, negotiation among the BIMSTEC members could be easier because they are guided by economic interest rather than political interest. India can play a significant role in the FTA to enhance the trade among the member countries. For instance, the India and Thailand Free Trade Agreement signed in October 2003 provides a strong bilateral bond that binds South Asia and Southeast Asia. India had started exploring oil and gas in Myanmar. Myanmar has a huge potential for hydrocarbon power. Natural gas has started being supplied through pipeline from Myanmar to Thailand. The 290 kilometer pipeline passes through Arakan state in Myanmar and the Indian states of Mizoram and Tripura, crossing through Bangladesh and Kolkata. Similar pipelines could be established in other parts of BIMSTEC countries such as Bangladesh. However, the Myanmar-Bangladesh-India pipeline is yet to be materialized due to objections raised by Bangladesh. Bangladesh demands that the line be laid along its existing roads and highways and that the project be managed jointly by both Bangladesh and India to remove the existing trade barriers between the two countries. Unlike in the past, India is willing to join hands with extra-regional actors to keep the region free from the dominance of any power due to its joint naval exercises in the region, penetrating its influence in the region and countering China's dominance in the region. Through BIMSTEC, India can enhance its relations with Southeast Asian countries. India and Southeast Asian countries are playing a vital role in shaping the political, economic and strategic architecture of Asia. They adhere to the principle of non-interference in each other's domestic affairs. India favors a strong, stable and independent Southeast Asia because such an environment in its neighborhood would mean stability on India's eastern flank. It does not have differences with any Southeast Asian country in security matters. India's relations with them are based on maritime trade and ethnic links. Southeast Asian countries favor India's involvement in the region not only to improve trade and connectivity, but also to balance China's presence in the region. Both entities have been working in economic and political matters. I hope you understood about India's role in BIMSTEC. We will discuss about China and BIMSTEC and India's responsibility in the next video. Thank you.